Australia marked its annual national holiday with thousands of protesters participating in rallies in support of indigenous Australians and calls to either abolish the celebrations for good or change the date. Jillian Libuit reports.
What was supposed to be a day of celebration for the founding of Australia was marked with nationwide rallies. The annual celebration became a subject of heated debate about whether to call it Australia Day or Invasion Day. For most Australians, January 26 commemorates the arrival of the First Fleet at Sydney Cove in 1788. The arrival of the European settlers marked the beginning of British sovereignty over the indigenous Torres Strait Islander and Aboriginal peoples. It became officially known as Australia Day in 1935, but was not declared a public holiday until 1994. Typical Australian families celebrate the national holiday with barbecues and beach trips. However, for First Nations people, January 26 marked the beginning of British colonisation. Most Indigenous Australians consider Australia Day not a day of celebration, but instead of a mourning as it paved the way for the oppression of their ancestors. On Friday, January 26, thousands joined the rallies in major cities with calls to abolish the celebration for good or at least change the date. Protesters called for a day of mourning to be officially declared across Australia and to change the date of the annual holiday to something that celebrates the diversity of the Australian population. Supporters of Palestine joined protesters from diverse community groups. Palestinian flags were seen waving side by side with those of Indigenous Australians in so-called Invasion Day rallies on Friday. As the national holiday stirred debate and divided public opinion, results of the recent polls showed most Australians still support celebrating Australia Day on January 26, with 63% in favour of it while only 17% opposed. Reporting from New South Wales, this has been Jillian Libuit, SMNI News, Australia.